What's up, beautiful people? I'm Chef Lopez and welcome to my kitchen. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make a very simple pork steak with balsamic glazed tomatoes accompanied by stuffed mushrooms, and it's going to be tasty, super simple and fun to do. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, Chef Lopez, Instagram chef.lopez. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Let's do it. Let's get started with this beautiful dish. We're going to start with the ingredients on the side. We've got a pork steak, some mushrooms, we've got some pre-made breadcrumbs. You can also buy these. I've got a garlic sauce that I made. I'll also give you the recipe in a second. We've got one tomato, which we're going to cut in half, and 2 crushed garlics and a few sprigs of thyme. For the breadcrumbs, you're going to need 2 to 3 bread slices. Blitz it with a handful of parsley, and that's literally it. We're going to be marinating our pork steak, salt and pepper on each side. Make sure it gets a really nice crust. Cut the tomatoes in half. Crush the garlic. You can do with the skin also, because we're just going to use the flavor. It's not necessarily to eat the garlic, it's just going to infuse the flavor into the steak. Peel your mushrooms. The peels are very nice to make stocks for risottos and things like that. So you could also keep this in the side in a container in the fridge. Gonna put them in a nice little dish, or we can put in the oven. Put a garlic sauce on, which is 4 crushed garlic, 100 grams of butter and a pinch of salt. Blend that in a food processor, and literally that's it. Just put on top of the mushrooms, followed by the breadcrumbs. Just cover the mushrooms with the breadcrumbs, and that's it. As simple as that, literally. I also put the recipe below so you have a look at it. In a really nice hot pan, we're gonna put the pork steak inside and press it. By pressing, it's going to help us to create this beautiful crust, which when we eat it is going to give it a really nice crispy texture, and that's essentially what we want. We want juicy in the inside and crispy on the outside. When the steak is half cooked, this is when you want to start adding your ingredients. So we'll add the tomatoes, we'll add the garlic, add the thyme, and we're just going to keep cooking it. The best way I would say is to finish it in the oven to your desired temperature. Because this pork neck, if you're using a pork neck, then you can actually cook it a bit under well done. I prefer it to medium to well, but if you're not comfortable with that, I would just suggest you cook it all the way through. It'll still be a really nice, juicy and flavorful steak. So as you can see, the tomatoes are really getting a nice color on the outside, and that's what you want. When you're happy that your steak is cooked, we're just literally going to finish off with some of the garlic butter we made earlier on, or you could just use normal butter. We're going to melt that down, and we're going to keep basting it. So you want to baste the steak to get the flavors into it. So all the flavors from the tomato, the thyme, the garlic is all going to infuse together and give a beautiful taste to the sauce. Add the balsamic vinegar. I've used the white balsamic because this is what I had, but you could use aged balsamic or anything like that. And again, we're going to keep basting it and reducing the sauce down to a nice thick consistency. And that's it. So then we'll take out the steak and the tomatoes and leave it to rest for about 1 to 2 minutes. While we were cooking the steak, we were cooking the mushrooms. So we had the mushrooms in the oven on the highest set possible. That way the butter will cook the mushroom from the inside, and it will create a nice crispy crust on the outside with the breadcrumbs. Once all is ready, we'll start to assemble the dish together. I like doing it as such on the video. I put the tomatoes on top, garlic and thyme. Just gives a really good look to the dish. If you're trying to impress people, it's a really good dish and tasty. Pretty much like this. I've got the tomatoes, the garlic, and I've got the thyme. The mushrooms are done. As you can see, it's got a really nice crispy crust on top. And that's pretty much it. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm Chef Lopez. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, like, share, comment. Subscribe to my Instagram at chef.lopez. Thank you very much, and I'll see you soon.